Hey there, you're driving with Dr. Dave. It's great to see you back. Hey, sometimes I wonder, how many things am I really afraid of? And I wonder, how many things are you really afraid of? Did you ever stop to think about all your natural fears? Well, I remember I used to have this inordinate fear of spiders and snakes. I mean, I didn't even have to get close to them. If I saw a spider or a snake, I was already afraid and I would just jump and run. I just had to go. I didn't want to be anywhere near that. I thought I was going to die just by looking at a spider or a snake. We had a lot of black widows where I grew up, so I got really good at finding those babies. Then I found out that we only have two inborn fears. Did you know that? What do you think those two inborn fears are? Well, those two inborn fears are sudden loud noises and falling. Those are clear back in what we call our reptilian brain, the brain that just kept you alive just because of just natural emergencies. And that's what fear is supposed to be. It's supposed to be a recognition of imminent danger so that you can protect yourself and not die. Or in today's case, not get hurt, or sometimes not even get scared. And so we start taking a look at these fears, and most of those fears, well, actually all the fears except for those two, are learned fears. Now, that's not to say that they're bad. They're good. Some of those things are things like we learn to where if we hear a rustle in the brush while we're walking through the woods, that could be a spider or a snake, or it could be a wild animal that might want to eat you, like a bear or something. So we know just because of that rustle in the bush, we have learned that that is something we should fear, or at least be concerned about, if not fear, so that we can protect ourselves. Though it still goes back to protection, and that's what fear is. But sometimes we start getting frightened by things just because we make up danger that could possibly exist. And we start being frightened of little tiny things. And so we start seeing that, well, I remember when I used to be afraid of lightning strikes. I remember when I used to be afraid of spiders and snakes. By the way, I'm still not really comfortable with them, but I don't have that I can talk, I really can. I don't have that inordinate fear anymore. So we have to realize that, is this fear good for me? Is this something that I want to hold on to? When you do experience fear, experience that feeling. Say, oh, this is what fear feels like. Is it good? Is it healthy? Is it what I want to keep? Is it protecting me? If it's not, just think it through. And if you think it through, you start to think it's only a spider, it's only a snake, and I don't have to touch it. I don't have to get near it. And as long as I don't bother him, he won't bother me most of the time. And so you'll see that the danger isn't always there. Fear isn't always a natural response that's necessary. And see, is this something that's going to hurt me? And if it's not, try to overcome that fear so that you can walk through life with a little bit more enjoyment and a little bit less fear. You're driving with Dr. Dave. I'll talk to you tomorrow.